I'm Catherine Ross, and I'm here live from the NYC with Jim Cramer. Jim, the markets are volatile. You talked this morning about recession in your real money column.
Right.
You still want to be positive, but you fear about negativity.
Well, look, I'm taking cues from bonds and stocks. So you have a Procter at 117, it's doing very well. That's not good. You have the interest rates still going down. That's not good. You have jobless claims that are very good. You have Walmart being very good. A mixed picture is not great for a market where the Nasdaq's up 17 and the S&P's up 13. It's just not. You don't want mixed. Mixed means that we could go down, but also mixed means that there's a floor. That we are not. When I listen to the people who talk about this year as if there's a credit crunch, well, they're wrong. As if there's about to have a precipitous decline in employment, I don't know. I mean, my colleague Matt Horween, who writes with me, is a little more saying, listen, be careful. And I don't think that's wrong because there are signs that we need to be careful. Look what Chuck Robbins just said to me about his forecast, and that's an Action Alerts name, it stings. So it's mixed, but it's not horrible. And what I've been telling people is something that my wife says to me when I get in a histrionic mood, which is dial it back. Dial back the hysteria. Hysteria, by the way, sells. I'm at the stage of my life where I ain't selling. I do need to explain it. And right now it does seem like to me that hysteria is not warranted. And it's not warranted because there's still a lot good. Let's say we had 5 straight weeks of bad employment and big layoffs. Then I would say, hey, listen, you know what? I felt things were good, not great, but good. And now they're not as great. Now, that's the facts changing. Now, a lot of people on Twitter think that this is about politics, where you're never allowed to deviate. You're anti-gun, you got to stay anti-gun. You're pro-gun, you got to stay pro-gun. This is not. It's not politics, and that shows me there's a lot of neophytes. It is about being someone who has a 6 to 9 month outlook, where the clues for your 6 to 9 outlook are shifting, and you can stay the same. John Maynard Keynes will tell you you're an idiot to do that, or you can adjust. See, adjusting is not bad. I want to make this point to people. There's a lot of people who are new. Adjusting is not bad because what it says is shift to dividend yielding stocks with the 10-year where it is and pick up some income. Go to Ventas, go to Southern, go to companies where the cash flow is good. I mean, I've been stuck in BP for Action Alerts because it yields an immense amount it can pay. Fossil fuels, obviously, not loved right now, but I just think that people should recognize that not good, not bad is a state, and if it gets better because there's, as Chuck Robbins said, Cisco, because there's some calming of trade tensions, then you're going to say, why didn't I buy? And if it gets worse because things heat up, then you're going to say, why didn't I sell? And that's okay. The thing you need to know is when you're up this much, it's okay to sell, to lock in. And it's not a great moment, but it's not a horrible moment. And there's people who are extremists. And in the old days, in 2008, I was an extremist. I remember there was a particular moment that was really horrible where someone at a major news broadcast said, you're yelling fire in a crowded theater. And I said, what if there's a fire? There's no fire. There's no fire here. And by the way, for those who think I'm some sort of Pollyanna, I said there was a fire, and I said I got to get out as many people as possible. And it isn't this case. And the people who, I'd like to know what the people who were on the sidelines then or watching then, did they know it was a fire? Because that was your chance to speak up and try to save people money. I'm not going to tell people, if they can dodge a 5 to 8% decline, God love you, do it.
All right, Jim, I want to head over to Action Alerts Plus because I want to ask you about your Chuck Robbins interview.
Yeah, sure.
So, guys, Jim, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, if you're watching us on Facebook or on TheStreet.com, we are now heading over to Action Alerts Plus. You can find us over on ActionAlertsPlus.com. I'm Catherine Ross, and we'll see you tomorrow.